Hi there, friends. My name's Jolyn Housewright, and I'm a Platinum in Young Living. And I just wanted to chat with you a minute about something we call strategic placement. So we all know that to rank in our business, we need to have multiple legs, 6 to be exact, to reach the highest rank, that is Royal Crown Diamond. Now, here's the deal. You can place every single person that you ever sign up on your front line and work with each of them individually and hope that eventually 6 of them grow big enough to make you Royal Crown Diamond. And this is totally a doable method. There are lots of people in Young Living who build their businesses that way. But we're going to talk today about another method that you can use to build your rank in Young Living. Maybe build it faster. For some people, at least, it has definitely been able to work faster to do it this way. I know for me personally, I have a lot of people in my organization who are in the same circles, maybe attend church together or other types of groups of friends that all kind of know each other. And as I built my organization, I really wanted to make sure that those people stayed together. So I used strategic placement to do that. And it also helped me to build some of those teams faster, helped me to build them stronger, and it kept some of those friends together in the same organization so that they could be working together in a different kind of capacity. So I wanted to tell you how I recommend that you do strategic placement if you choose to do that. So the first thing to remember when you're using strategic placement to grow your business is that your end goal is to have at least 6 strong legs. Some people choose to do 7 to go for the Rising Star bonus, but 6 strong legs is what it takes to get to Royal Crown Diamond. Of course, you do need to have an additional $1,000 in volume outside of that, but I can tell you from personal experience that you can just spend that volume yourself, so you don't actually have to have a 7th leg. Now, you always want to make sure during the time that you're building those legs that you're looking ahead at least 2 additional legs. So when you're trying to hit silver, you don't want to be building only the 2 legs that you need for silver. You want to be building your 2 silver legs, certainly, and focusing on them, but also still focusing on your gold and platinum legs, so that at no time do you ever pour everything you have into the leg that you're working on, hit your rank, and then feel like you're literally starting over from scratch to get to your next rank. That is not a good place to be. So you always want to be looking ahead, building at least 3 legs at a time. It will just make the entire process easier and faster for you. Now, here's another thing to remember when you are strategically placing people, and maybe I didn't explain that exactly. So really what it is when I enroll someone specifically, instead of placing them on my front line, I'm going to choose to place them on my second line, or my third, or my 4th. So you can place them as deep as you would like. Now keep in mind that once you get below the 5th level, you won't be earning any unilevel on them. So you'll want to think real long and hard before you place them too deep in your organization. But I'm also not going to say that there's not some value to sometimes doing that. So don't shy away from it if it's necessary and useful for your organization at that time. Now, when you're moving these people, you can sign them up just like you normally do, and they're with your enroller number and your sponsor number, put them on your front line, and you have up to 20 days to move those people where you choose. So you don't have to decide at the moment that they're enrolling where they're going to be, or go looking up sponsor numbers to make sure that you put in the right sponsor number. You have 5 days to call Young Living or text or chat or whatever and move them wherever you want in your organization with no problem. They'll just do it right then and there. You have 20 days. So from the day that they sign up, you have 20 days to send an email to have them moved. You can't do it by calling after 5 days, but you have up through 20 days. So if you're not sure where you want to put them, or honestly, it's just a little bit too much going on, maybe you're signing up a lot of people at a class and you don't want to have to deal with all that right then, sign them all up, put them on your front line, and you can call or email in the next 20 days to get them placed. And after that, they're where they are, and so you can't move them after that. But those first 20 days, you have the freedom to move them wherever you would like. Now, when it comes to deciding where to put them, this is the question we always get. Where do I put these people? Which team do I put them in? So one thing I always tell people is think about where they belong. If they're if they have a friend group of people that are already on your team somewhere, then putting them together with those people would make a lot of sense. If you don't have something like that, that makes a really obvious place for you to put them, I highly recommend that you pray about it. That is something that I do with every placement, is I just pray and ask that God would direct me to put them on the team that will suit them best, so that they can receive the best support and have the people around them on their team that makes the most sense. Also, you will want to consider when you're placing people on your once you're placing them directly under someone on your front line, you'll want to consider whether that person is on ER and spending 100 PV a month. If the person at the top of your leg does not spend 100 PV in a month, then that group of people under them will not count all together as a leg. It will be separated. Now, that I do want to say you don't have to pick someone who's on ER and spending 100 PV. If it's someone that you're willing to grow an organization for, certainly as the organization gets larger, it might encourage them to spend 100 PV because they'll be earning a paycheck at that point. So I'm not going to tell you absolutely that you can't do that. I've certainly done that in the past and seen it benefit, where someone ended up in fact, I've seen it several times in an organization where someone ended up growing a business because someone strategically placed underneath them, even when they weren't ordering on a regular basis. So that can happen, but at the same time, you don't want to cause any kind of frustrations or bitterness. So if you want to use that, so you choose someone who's already spending 100 PV on ER to be the place where you start putting people to build a leg, then that's always a wise decision. And certainly talk to them about it first and make sure that they're okay with having people placed under them. The last thing I want to tell you is that if you are dealing with this and trying to decide where to put your people right now, reach out to your upline. They have so much wisdom and experience to offer in this, and they can ask you questions that you might not have thought of. So totally don't feel afraid to reach out to them and say, where should I put this person? Here's what I'm dealing with. Here's here's the situation, and they may have some insight for you that would be super helpful. So I hope that this is helpful to you in deciding where to strategically place your people.